Hey, beautiful people. It's Anissa with Love Yourself Ambassador Incorporated. And today I want to set some of y'all free, especially those of you who feel like you got to be perfect just to be worthy. Let me tell you something that changed my life. Being hard on yourself doesn't help you heal. And perfectionism doesn't bring you peace. Somewhere along that way, many of us believe that being critical of ourselves would somehow make us better. That if we were tough enough, harsh enough, strict enough with ourselves, we would grow. But here's the truth. Psychologists have found that perfectionism actually leads to more anxiety, depression, and burnout, not progress, not healing, just pressure. Let me give you a few facts, not opinions, but facts about why being hard on yourself doesn't work. For one, it triggers your brain's threat system. When you criticize yourself, your brain reacts like you are under attack. You go into fight or flight mode. And when you are in survival mode, guess what shuts down? Your peace, your focus, your ability to think clearly. Number two, it kills your motivation. Studies show that people who give themselves grace actually finish more goals than people who beat themselves up. Why? Because grace gets you back up. Shame makes you stay down. Three, it lowers your self-worth. Perfectionism says I must be flawless to be loved, but grace says I am loved even while I grow. One of the areas where perfectionism really tried to control me was food. I learned early on that food brought comfort. For some of my family members, food was like a drug. It was where they ran when they were hurting. And without realizing it, I inherited that same emotional pattern. I became a stress eater. And then came the shame. Don't gain weight. You were skinny before. Stay that way. You better not let yourself go. In the Black community, especially, we don't always talk about it, but we internalize it. You can't be fat. You can't lose control. You can't eat what brings you comfort. So what happens? You stress about gaining weight, and the stress causes you to eat more. You're overreacting. You're overeating, the very thing you feel ashamed of, and it becomes a cycle. My therapist told me once, because you have such a negative relationship with food, it turns into the very thing you fight against. That opened my eyes. I wasn't just dealing with weight. I was dealing with worth. It wasn't about the calories. It was about control, shame, and trying to be perfect at all costs. And if you're like me and you love God, here's your reminder. My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 9. God doesn't bless perfectionism. He blesses progress through surrender. I had to start giving myself permission to eat without shame, to rest without guilt, to be in progress and still be worthy. This is why grace matters. This is why we have to unlearn performance and start choosing compassion. So I want you to remember this. You are allowed to be a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. You do not have to be hard on yourself to grow. You just have to be honest and willing and self-aware. Say this with me. I release perfectionism. I release food, shame. I choose grace. I am loved. I am healing, and I'm becoming who God called me to be. If this spoke to your heart, share it, tag someone, and always remember, healing doesn't require perfection, just permission. This is Anissa, the self-love coach, Anissa, the self-love coach with the Love Yourself Ambassador Incorporated. I love you, and more importantly, God loves you.